Hello, and welcome to this session on how to be an effective communicator. My name is Dave, and over the next 10 minutes, we will explore practical ways you can improve your communication skills. Skills that are absolutely essential not for career growth but also for building meaningful personal relationships. Think about this for a moment. Research shows that 85% of career success comes from strong communication and people skills, not just technical knowledge. So, whether you are a student, a professional, or someone simply trying to express yourself better, learning how to communicate effectively can transform your life. So, what is an effective communication? Let's start with a simple question. What does it really mean to communicate effectively? Most people think it's about speaking well, but communication is much more than talking. It's about creating a true connection between people. An effective communication means that your message is not only heard but also understood and acted upon. It includes four key elements. First, verbal communication. These are the words that we use. Second, non-verbal communication. Body language, gestures, and facial expressions. Third, written communication like emails, text messages, and reports. And finally, listening, perhaps the most underrated skill of all. You can think of a communication as a loop. There is a sender who encodes a message, then a receiver who decodes it. The receiver gives feedback and the loop continues. If any part of this loop breaks, it may be due to message was unclear or the listener was distracted. And in both the cases, the communication will fail. Barriers to communication. Now let's talk about what gets in the way of effective communication. Some common barriers include language and jargon. If you use complex words your audience doesn't understand, your message is lost. Assumptions and biases. Sometimes we think we already know what the other person means and we truly stop listening. Poor listening habits. We get distracted, check our phones, or prepare our response instead of paying attention. Emotional filters, anger, stress, or overexcitement can sometimes distort both how we speak and how we listen. Here's a quick story. Imagine a manager sends an email that says, "Please get this report done ASAP." One employee might assume it means by end of day. Another might think it means sometime this week. The result? Miscommunication, frustration, and possibly a missed deadline. So this shows us how important clarity is and how easily misunderstandings can happen. Core skills of an effective communicator. So what skills actually make someone a truly effective communicator? First, active listening. This means giving full attention to the speaker. Don't interrupt or jump to the conclusions. Show understandings by repeating back the key points. For example, so what you are saying is. Second, clarity and simplicity. Keep your sentences short and easy to follow. Avoid unnecessary jargon. The simpler your words, the more powerful your message. Third, confidence. People trust a confident communicator. Confidence comes through your tone of voice, steady posture, and eye contact. Fourth, empathy. Step into the shoes of your audience. Ask yourself, what do they care about? How do they feel right now? When you show empathy, people feel valued. Fifth, non-verbal cues. Remember, more than half of communication is non-verbal. Your gestures, facial expressions, and body language matter as much as your words. So let's pause for a moment for a mini exercise. Think of a recent conversation where you felt misunderstood. Ask yourself, were you truly listening or were you preparing your reply? Reflect on how you could have handled that situation differently. Strategies to improve communication. Now let's explore some practical strategies you can use immediately. Think before you speak. Pause, collect your thoughts, and then express them. Tailor your message to your audience. The way you explain something to a child should be different from how you explained it to a colleague. Ask questions. Instead of assuming the other person understands, confirm by asking, "Does that make sense?" or "What are your thoughts on this?" Use storytelling. Humans remember stories much more than plain facts. Add examples, analogies, or short stories to make your message stick. Give and receive feedback. Encourage others to tell you how clear your message was and be open to adjusting your approach. For example, in a team meeting, a manager can improve clarity by saying, "I'd like the report by Friday at 5 pm in PDF format emailed to me directly." That eliminates any room for confusion. Communication in different contexts. Effective communication is not one size fits all. Let's look at different settings. Workplace communication. Use structured emails, clear agendas in meetings, and concise presentations. Respect people's time. Personal relationships. Focus on empathy and listening. Avoid interrupting. Sometimes people don't need advice, they just want to feel heard. Public speaking. Engage your audience with stories, maintain eye contact, and vary your tone. Overcome stage fear by practicing. Digital communication. Remember that text and emails lack tone and the body language. Choose your words carefully to avoid misinterpretation. For example, writing sure may sound cold compared to sure, happy to help. Conclusion and call to action. Let's wrap up with a quick recap. Effective communication means listen actively, speak clearly and with confidence, adapt your message to your audience, show empathy, be mindful of non-verbal cues. Remember this, communication is not a gift that some people are born with. It is a skill you can learn, practice and master. Here are some steps you can take right after this session. First, record yourself speaking and listen back to identify areas of improvement. Second, read books like How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. Third, join a community like Toastmasters to practice public speaking and feedback. Thank you for joining me today. I hope this session helps you on your journey to become an effective communicator. Remember, the way you communicate shapes the way people see you. Make every word count. If you found this session valuable, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to Being Alpha so you never miss such powerful learning videos.